Guys, we are live. We're doing some course maintenance today. I'm gonna update you on everything I got going on. It's super nice out today. This is a perfect day for me to actually do some work. I'm gonna turn the camera around and I'm gonna show you what I got going on. A lot of stuff going on today, so let's get after it. All right, so all the bricks. There's all the bricks. That took a while. This right here seems like an ordinary trash can, but it is not. Full to the brim of egg rocks. Now I'm in the process of getting all of these rocks into this trash can. We're getting there. I gotta get all these rocks out. I gotta pull all this fencing up and everything, and then we're gonna pull the garden plastic liner. We're gonna take that out today. I found out some interesting information about garden plastic. If you guys are starting your own RC course or something, this seems like a really good idea for a rock bed. But here's the thing. Once grass starts to grow up through this, because it will happen, this is 2 layers thick, but once grass starts to grow up, it will not stop. You cannot stop it because there is a network of root systems and stuff under there that will continue. Well, here's a better look at it. You see all these roots and stuff? You'll never get rid of the grass, ever. It'll keep coming back over and over and over again. So you're better off, honestly, not even using this stuff and just in the rocks and gravel on top of it and just letting it breathe. Now, that's my understanding. I've done some research. I'll not help as much as I wished it would have, but lesson learned. So we got a lot of work ahead of us. We got to get all these rocks out of here, at least as much as possible. I mean, I know I'm not going to be able to get everything out, but if I can get some of the pea gravel, that's some pea gravel right there, and then all of that, we're ditching all this plastic. We got some maintenance to do. My little broken bridge over here, we got to repair the bridge a little bit. See, we're a little broken right there. And then we got some more goodies. Let's walk this way. I got a little show and shine set up for everybody to watch while I'm working and stuff. We'll talk about these in just a second. Also scored on some pallet wood. We're gonna break all these pallets down and either add to that or possibly start something new. I don't know. Well, we're completely do this. I rearrange the course at least once a year. I'm not necessarily going to dig up those tires and move those around, but we'll work in here and get some work done on this. It'll be a new layout, something entertaining. I didn't, just the down and back thing was kind of boring. So maybe we'll do like an S curve or something, or maybe we'll change the whole shape of it. I don't know. We'll get to it. What I'm considering is expanding the course because I own quite a bit of land out here. Like that's all mine out there. I gotta mow that later. But I'm thinking about expanding the course out that way towards that tree out there. I'll walk over there and look at that for a second. All these fancy trucks right here. I got more trucks. I'm probably going to play with some of those today. Yeah, the grass in the back 40 is pretty long. I might work on that at some little shaded area. I think might be a good spot for some more RC stuff. Maybe bring some rocks over here. Something, I don't know. We got to trim this down some more. I got to trim some of these limbs up here. But I mean, that's not too much of a stretch. I could probably extend the course from here to here. I mean, it's my land. I own it. I can do whatever I want with it, so to speak. So that would be kind of fun. Maybe do kind of a roundabout course or something in here. I gotta trim some of this stuff away. I don't know if we'll get to that today or not, but that's just an update on what we're planning on with the course here. slowly. All right, now let's talk about what we got going on over here on the table. So we got the mud truck. But we might play with this later. We might screw around out there. It depends on how much work we get done. I usually have a balance of work and fun. I don't want to do just straight work. We're gonna drive some of these today. But yeah, with this has been a lot of fun so far. This is the body a little bit, but we're gonna reinforce that. Real simple build. The majority of all the work being done is just all in the tires and axles. Really, that was the main thing there. But then we have our trusty hiking rig. Always love the show truck. This is probably the most popular truck on my agree with guys. It is pretty. All shined up, so to speak. We got rust work across the top of the grill. Rust work. Dented that myself. I put that dent in there with a soldering iron just to give it a little more depth and stuff. We got the wheel shine. And then we got the newest truck to the fleet. This is an original SCX 10. It's got overdrive in the front end, but beautiful truck. Lots of Vanquish stuff on that thing. With the one-to-one, that's all that matters to me right now. And then we got the Toyota LC80 back in action after fixing those axles. Nice little truck. We'll probably play with that. Definitely play with that. We'll just figure it out. So that's pretty much what's going on right now. I guess we're just gonna prop the camera up for a little while and let you guys see what I'm working on. And in advance, thanks for hanging out, seeing what I got going on. I'm gonna get this camera gear going on over here. I know I guess I can put the camera on it sideways. That'll work. I got this little thing that clicks into my tripod. Makes it easier to click it onto the phone first. Yeah, that'll work out. I think it'll work. And we just put this, put it about like that. And we spin. Yeah, all right. And then that just clicks in there. Maybe, right? Yeah, all right. Look at me learning. All right, I'm gonna put you guys over here so you got something to look at. And then if you have any questions, by all means, comment below. I'm gonna check the phone periodically throughout the stream. Let me get you guys centered. And about there. That should be good. Let's lock these down. I really love this tripod. $3 or $4 at Goodwill. And it's got a little level bubble on it. And it's got lots of little fancy stuff. Can't deny the deals at Goodwill. Sometimes you just get real lucky with that stuff. But all right, I'm going to get to work. So like I said, if you have any questions, go ahead and comment below. If you want to ask a question about a specific truck, I'll try and answer them, and we'll go from there. But for the most part, I'm just going to be ripping. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rip all this fencing out, and then we're going to try and pull up on that plastic and see if we can get those rocks into a big pile, and then I can just shovel them into that bin over there, and then we can work on it that way. All right, so let's get to work. Always wear gloves. It's good for your hands. This this fencing, we actually got a really good deal on this fencing. If you go to Walmart around the start of fall, a lot of times you can get this fencing on a really good deal because they're trying to get rid of it. Like normally this stuff's like $7-8 a piece, and I want to say if you wait right until they're about to throw it away in the clearance aisle, you can get it for like $1.50 a piece. That's the best way to get that stuff. I wouldn't spend $7 a piece on that because it doesn't really help the course any. It's I mean, it looks nice, but I mean, it doesn't keep anything out. I mean, maybe it'll keep. No, it doesn't keep anything out. I'm gonna tell you right now, it doesn't keep anything out. It's just for looks. But you know, each their own. Just makes it look a little fancy. More of this over here. We do have a snake that lives in there somewhere. He's not in there all the time, but you know, every now and then I come across him. He's like a little garden snake. He's probably only like, I don't know, 1.5 feet, 2 feet long, but he lives in there. I just let him live in there. He keeps the bugs and mice away for the most part. He doesn't bother me none. One more piece. There it is. Alright, that's all the fencing. I have some more liner over there. It's not liner, it's like a garden barrier stuff. It works really good. Oh, there is one more piece. Bag of zip ties that I completely forgot about. Probably use those later. All right. So this stuff, get all that off there. This stuff right here actually works really, really good for making a barrier. like that's just aesthetic. This actually forms a solid barrier, and it kept some of the grass away from my rocks. And I want to say these were like, I think they were like $5 or $6 a piece. I, I probably will buy a lot more of these, especially if we expand over that way. I'm going to get a lot more of these and cut the grass down to the ground and keep it from growing back. And then I'll place this in there in kind of a trail or barrier or something. This is really good for keeping the grass and stuff out of your course. More so than that garden liner stuff. There's also a couple tables flipped upside down behind this big table with the RCs on it. I was trying to kill the grass into a square so I could expand this way, and the grass grew right through the table. I have some kind of superhuman grass or something, I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna rip all that stuff out today too. Here, I'll unhook you and take you over there so you can see what I'm talking about that root system. So, lesson learned, if you guys are trying to build an RC course, you might think that this garden liner stuff is the stuff to use. I'm telling you right now, it's not. I've used it twice in two different areas. I had it on this hill with rocks, and the grass grew right up through it, and that caused a bunch of problems. And then I bought more, and I thought maybe I didn't have enough layers. This is 2 layers thick, and you would think 2 layers ought to keep everything out of there, but look, you see all these roots? Old, and they grow up through this plastic. Look at this thing, is literally like sod almost. Once that stuff grows, and you'll never be able to get down into this root system to kill the grass. So it's actually not a good idea to put this garden, not unless, I mean, if you're in a shaded spot and you use weed killer and stay on top of it, you're out here every day working on it, maybe it'll last longer. I had this in here for about a year, and after a year, it's grown completely through it. It's like it's almost sod. I mean, look at that. That grew right through it. So yeah, we got some more work ahead of us. But I'm hoping I peel it back into enough of a pile, and then we can just shovel it into the bin. All right, I'll hook you guys back up. I'm gonna head over there, get some more work done. I also have a few spots where I have like some chicken wire or fence wire or something post down in there to kind of stake everything down. Obviously that didn't help either. Wire. That. Oh, okay. That's funny. So that root system is so thick and intertwined. I thought that was all one piece. That was actually multiple sections that the root system had actually stitched together. So it made it into one big giant sheet. So, yeah, like I said, that garden plastic is no good. Not if you're doing rock gardens and stuff. like a giant Velcro strap. Well, it doesn't help that I'm pulling like 100 pounds of rocks with it. We're getting there though. There we go, there's our first sheet. Try and shake all the rocks out of it. Alright, I got the first sheet off. I'm gonna turn the camera here for a second. Oh, right on, man. Appreciate it. Look at that garden. That plastic, that grass grew right up through it. It's like pulling a big giant carpet of grass. Get the gloves off here. Whoops. Sweet. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, that's the first sheet. I don't even know how many sheets I got in there, but that's the first one to come out. See if we can do a... Are we still centered? No, we are not. What you get for moving the tripod. There we go. All right. Now, I'm going to drag that over that way. I think we're going to... I don't know. We're just winging it, all right? I may still use this plastic for something else, but it's definitely not going back with the rocks, because clearly it's just gonna keep growing grass. But what I might use it for is to start working on that trail I was talking about. I don't know if that... I don't think that'll be rocks. I think that'll be just dirt, maybe wood. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But there may still be a use for this, but it's definitely not going to be used to keep the rocks grass free. So, lesson learned: if you're building an RC course, do not use this stuff. Pretty heavy with all that grass in it. There we go. Unhook you guys again. What's the meaning of HRWRC? So, that's a bit of a funny story. So, we'll start by my nickname. My nickname is Willie, and that's my Jeep. So it's a Willie's Jeep. And then my dad didn't go with the flow. He wouldn't call me Willie, he called me Hot Rod. So I just put my two nicknames together, Hot Rod Willie's RC, and that's how it came to be. Not a whole lot of thought process behind it, but that's just what I felt like doing. Some shots of what we got going on today. This one is so much fun, guys. Miles per gallon. That thing's a lot of fun. I can't wait for mud season. it starts getting muddy over there in the course, we're gonna have a lot of fun with that truck. I still have my blue Ford. That's getting converted back into a puller. We'll work on that eventually. There we go. Not like there. Right on, right on. All right, let's get to more work. Oh, duh, I was gonna show you guys. All right, so I drug that. Whether or not it'll keep any grass down, I have no idea. If anything, it's probably just gonna make it worse, but we'll find out. All this from that corner where that big tree is, all the way down to that tree, and then it goes all the way around. That's my shed. It's the house. It goes all the way around, and then past the Jeep out to about there. So I got plenty of space to work with. The missus is out of here. But yeah, we're gonna try and build a trail up this way, and maybe kind of wide. So I think that'd be cool for a little trail, you know, if we have like some wood planks or something, go up through there and you can actually crawl through the tree. I think that would be cool. Need to, so that'll help. It's hot out, but we need a trail to get there. I don't want to just drive through the grass. I mean, we could, but I don't know. I kind of have a few ideas in mind. Maybe we come out here. I don't know. That's gonna be a mud pit, so we'll see about that. Then we have the tank trap. The tank trap comes through here and goes into those tires and then goes into the mud pit. And then we have the bridge, which I still need to fix the bridge. I don't know. Maybe we could tear down the bridge and rebuild it and have the bridge just stay, I don't know, maybe about that height, and build the bridge all the way. Man, that's a lot of wood. All the way to that tree. That'd be kind of cool. Every other day, but I think it'd be cool. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like this setup. I like the kind of broken of it, but I don't know. We'll see. Sometimes I just mess around and play with stuff. I'll build it and then decide I don't like it, and then we'll tear it down and make something else. I got to build a better way to get over those tires right there. All that's torn down right now, but that's the head that used to be on that. Not to brag or nothing, but we got a lot of money in the engine of that thing. That's the old head. We got a fancy high performance head, and engine's been built. But yeah, we got this trail that goes this way, and that's all dirt, and it comes up over the tires, drops down, and then comes across this big tractor tire into the rock course. So we got to build up some kind of something to help that get over there, but we'll see. That's a 40-inch tall tire, that tractor tire, 40-inch tall. These are my old 33s next to it. There's another 33. There's a couple of them buried in there. I like to hold on to my old tires because I can stack them up and make stuff with them. But yeah, here's that. See, there's not hardly any roots coming through the ground here. Now, I've seen a lot of videos of people using this garden liner and not being happy with it. Makes sense, because I mean, essentially it's just trapping moisture for the grass to grow. Whereas this ground is wet right here, and we've been in a drought. But see, this ground over here, this stuff is barely wet at all. So that makes sense that this is trapping moisture and it's actually making the grass grow, and then I'm losing my rocks to grass. So lesson learned on that. So we got that patch up. I'm gonna finish ripping up this fence, and then we're gonna start over here and we're gonna yank all this back and try and get all the rocks into a pile over here, so then I can just shovel them into that bin. We already got one bin full. It's completely full of egg rocks. And then we got this about half full. I don't have another bin, but I got plenty of buckets if we run out of space. So we'll get to it. Then we got the teeter-totter thing. I need to do some work on that today. But we're getting there. We're making progress. It's still really nice out. It's probably about 70 degrees, I think. So pretty good day for getting some work done. All right, I got you guys back up there. I'm gonna get back to work. Not really sure what I can use this fence for, but I'll find something to do with it. This was heavier than the last one. That was longer too. Can't even get that piece out of there because there's so many rocks on it. So I'll have to shovel some rocks into that bin, make it light enough to actually pull up. And then to separate the grass from the rocks, I have an idea for that. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm thinking I'm just gonna shovel everything into that bin and I'm gonna soak it down with water, and I'm hoping it'll wash the rocks off on top. I'll take the clean rocks out, put them in there, and just so on and so forth, go back and forth washing rocks until they're all clean and all the grass is separated. Might work, might not work at all. I don't know, we'll see. We're learning. See, this is what I'm dealing with. We got all this dead stuff mixed in with my rocks. If you guys have a good idea other than a screen, I don't have a screen right now. I suppose I could go get a screen. Won't happen today, but that could be an easy way to do it, is to just screen them. Possibly, we'll see. There's a lot of pea gravel and egg rocks in there, so we'll give it a shot. another piece of fence. I have to be real careful not to poke myself with any of this rusty stuff. You know, I think I have an idea for this fence. I could use the fence as a screen because most of those egg rocks would probably get stuck in here, possibly. So I could use this for that. I don't know what else I'd use it for. It's so rusty that as soon as you try and bend it, it just starts to break apart. That one's not bad. Some of these, yeah, some of these are really bad. I don't know. I'm sure after I'm done with it, it'll be going to the scrapyard. What's up? All right, get back to work. This stuff is so heavy. Full of grass. Alright. Get you out of here. Come on. Maybe if I flip it upside down and leave the roots pointed up, they can't absorb any sunlight and maybe no grass will grow back through it. I'll flip that one upside down too, and that'll help make our trail to the tree. Show you guys what I'm working on over here. All right. So I flipped it upside down. So we pulled it all out of there, and now we got this. Maybe it'll eventually be a trail this way. And I'll do some more plastic strips, knock this down some more. Maybe I'll come in here with the weed whacker later today and buzz all this down to the ground. Then we can start working on this. Yeah, that's not too long of a trail. That'll be a nice little separate section. So you can do some rock crawling over there and then come over here and do some trailing. That'll be cool. Good way to utilize the shade in the yard. Ugh. There. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure what I'll do with the bridge yet. We gotta get this up. This has gotta go. There's scrap metal in there. There's actually a bunch of wooden planks and stuff buried underneath this grass here. I don't know if I'll get to that today or not. I was more concerned with getting all this plastic up. We've almost gotten it. See how bare all this is now. So what I'm probably going to do for the future, look, I had some egg rocks buried underneath there. So I think I'm going to use that hard barrier, that red, reddish brown stuff, and I'm going to make a more solid barrier around here, and then we'll start filling it back up with rocks. And hopefully, this feller's here is rooted in good. Shake out all the pea gravel and toss them. There's still quite a bit of roots and stuff to clean out. I want to clean this back some more. Probably just weed eat that stuff and peel this back. I kind of would like to expand along the edge of that. I don't really want grass right here, right next to the rocks. I think we need to clear all of this out and then make that the new barrier around there. So then I don't have to come in here with a weed whacker and clean it so often. I'm trying to save myself a lot of maintenance. And then I still got to pull this up and get all this fencing up. This, I can already tell that this is going to be a pain in the butt. You can see these rocks are just fused in there. But if you dig down, now this has only been here for a year. So like I said, that garden plastic does not help as much as people think it does. I mean, that stuff's, I can't even hardly rip that stuff up. It is fused in there. So there's still fencing in there. So that fencing, oh yeah, that fencing goes all the way there. Oh crap, I gotta pull all that up. That's all one piece, I think. But yeah, it's like fused in there. So I'll have to break it loose somehow, start peeling it back, and get this stuff out of here. And then we'll be left with basically a big bunch of this stuff, which, like I said, I think I can rinse it with some water and get these rocks cleaned off for a good bedrock situation. I don't want this to be level. I like the way it's, I don't know if you can see it on camera good, but there's a lot of topography changes and stuff. Look, there's a bunch of rocks right there that wasn't even getting used. Because it's plastic. There's some more. Yeah, maybe I come in here with a rake and free up all these rocks. Hopefully the grass won't be so thick anymore. I've seen a lot of good stuff about once people remove that garden plastic and they just put down gravel, the grass doesn't tend to grow back so fast, or at least it's manageable. So we'll see. We're getting good progress done today. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to attempt to get this done and then this done, and that'll probably be the end of the stream. You guys don't want to see me out here for hours at a time. I do spend a lot of time out here working on this stuff occasionally, but there's not a whole lot going on that's entertaining unless you guys just want to see me struggle to pull that up. But we'll see. We're getting there. I'll let you look at some sweet looking rigs while I get back to work. There we go. Like I said, if you have any questions about those trucks or about the big one in the background, go ahead, drop a comment. I know mostly everything there is to know about them. At least these rigs could weigh. This is that stuff I'm probably going to switch to. I'm probably just going to get a whole bunch of these and make the garden bed or the rock garden bed with these. I like these. They work really good. I think they're made out of rubber. I'm pretty sure. And yeah, they keep stuff back pretty good. Like I said, that black fencing is purely aesthetic. It's not going to keep anything out. So let's get back to work before it gets too hot in the day. And plus, I want to play with these trucks. Alright, now we got all the fencing out. That didn't really help anything. So learn from that also. If you're building your own course, laying down fencing, it's just going to give the grass something to root onto. Got another sheet. Take it over here. I think we got one more sheet to go. got grass under there. It's almost like a sheet of sod. All right, so that's all the plastic out of the course. Got just a bunch of loose rocks in there right now, which, like I said, I'm gonna attempt to rinse all this down, and I think that'll make a nice rock bed. So like I said, we're full of rocks here. Got a bunch of rocks in there. That's almost full of rocks. That is full of rocks. And we'll start lining this back out once we get our those red things back down. I don't have enough to do the whole border right now, but that's a low strip. We'll probably maybe keep this curve going because those pieces are already kind of bent into shape. They do bend good, but once they're bent, I think they stay that way. But we'll see. Should make for some fun driving. Right in there. All right, I'm gonna run inside, get a drink of water, play with the truck for a little while. Let you guys see that, and then we'll either get back to work or I'll cut it off there. But yeah, got a lot of work done so far today. All right, I'll be right back. Lipos. Guys, I didn't even realize, but I completely tore up my knuckles. Like, smooth ripped the skin off of 2 of my knuckles pulling that stuff up. What a pain in the butt. It'll be alright. We'll shake it off. Alright. What truck should we use? Well, guy, who's all watching? Alright, let's have a quick vote. Alright, quick vote. Which one of these trucks do you guys want to see run? Alright, we got the red Ford, the gray Jeep, the red Chevy, the blue Ford, or the gray Toyota. Drop it in the comments. Let me know which one you want to see run, and then I'll plug a battery in and then we'll start having fun. As soon as somebody comments, that's what I'll do. And while I'm waiting, we'll pull up some stuff over here. Red blips. good. I don't know what that stuff is. Got some kind of something orange growing on that table. This is weird. I haven't moved this table in almost a year. Got some weird growth going on. I don't know. Got the last bit of plastic over here. Might have woken up our little snake friend. Who knows? Down there. I hear movement. See if he's under there. I don't see him. Look at all this grass growing in here. It's just fusing into that plastic. That's nuts. Get everything out of there. Oh, there he is. Found him. I thought I was under there. Calm. Be calm. I'll let you see Mr. Snake. He lives in the course. He's a good snake. Where'd he go? Oh, oh, I see movement. There he is. Oh, he's down in the thicket. I can't see him. Oh, I can barely see him. He's in there. I don't know what kind of snake he is. But I want to say he's a good snake. He doesn't look poisonous. Oh, there he is. There he is. Hang on, let me see if I can zoom. I don't want to scare him away. Can I zoom? There he is. You guys see Mr. Snake? I don't know if the zoom is coming in good or not, but he's sniffing the air a little bit. You see him? He's just a little feller. He's been living in here for almost a year now. Bigger. Yeah, he's not poisonous. I'm close enough to see his eyeball. Little feller. I bet you he's probably, I don't know, 1.5 2 foot long max. He's just a little feller. Let's see if we can get a better look at his size. You see him? He's just chilling, getting some sun. He keeps a lot of the pests down, I'm guessing. I mean, he's got to eat something. But yeah, he's grown quite a bit over the years. I first seen him, he was less than a foot long. But I decided to just let him live in the course because I figured he'd like the rocks and stuff. So yeah, he just kind of keeps pests down. He's just chilling, hanging out. He's probably terrified right now. He thinks I'm gonna cut him up into pieces or something. I don't know. But we're letting him live. He's the course. All right, guys. Let's hard time making up my own mind. I guess we'll take the FMS. That's a good one. All right, I'm gonna put you guys up here for the truck up, and then I'll get you on the selfie stick down there with it. Maybe I can get you guys up close and personal with Mr. Snake. If you guys think up a good name for him, I'll name him. Boy, that knuckle is smarting. Sheesh. I guess I don't need gloves right now. Always keep your lipos in some type of fireproof container. I use ammo cans. Lipo bags are expensive. Okay. How'd it go? There. Oh, I don't even have the controller for this. Figures. I'll go grab the controller. I'll be right back. Got my hand in Angel ropes. All right, we're at 1 hour and 12 minutes. Where's our battery? All right, we're at 66. We're still good. We're good. All right. Controller on first. Here we go. Put you guys on the selfie stick, and then we can go trailing for a little bit. Like I said, we don't have a whole lot of obstacles in the course right now, but I don't like just doing a bunch of work and then not getting to enjoy it. gonna put that. This is that little thing I was talking about. You just stick that in there, and then flick that, and it locks it in place. How cool is it? All right, so let's get you guys on the selfie stick. Here. All right. All right, now that I got you on the selfie stick, let's go check out Mr. Snake real quick, see if he's still there. Is he still hovering about, or did he take off? I don't see him. He's probably down in the thicket down there or something. I don't know. He took off somewhere. Hopefully not. He's not right next to me or nothing. We got a lot of paper wasps getting irritated that I'm out here. They have a nest out here somewhere, but I have no idea where it is. There's quite a few of them over there, so that could be why they're here. I don't know. I'm not going to mess with that too much because it's starting to warm up and they're getting more active. Best thing to do with those is get them early in the morning, because early in the morning they move real slow, and that's a good time to clear out their nests and stuff. You wait till the afternoon and it's a good chance they're going to swarm and sting you. All right, well, Mr. Snake decided to take off. He's shy, a little camera shy. Yeah, I don't see him. I don't think he's going to bother us none. We don't bother him none. Well, I kind of just took his house, but I'm giving him. We're rebuilding all this, so all right, let's get the FMS down, have some fun. All right. Yeah. I don't know why I'm trying to go up there. I got too much stuff up there right now anyway. So you can do a little 2-speed jump. Lame. Right, there we go. Nice. Guys, if you haven't seen my videos on this truck is so much fun. Like, I've done tons of reviews. Well, not tons. I've done like 2. But I've made a lot of videos with this truck, and it's worth the money. All day long. All day long worth the money. If you haven't seen those videos, go check those videos out. I go full in-depth onto that truck. Let's take a tour over this way and see how that trail might turn out. Hopefully we don't step on Mr. Snake on the way over there. I don't think he'll care for that. I guess I'll walk around in the truck. Can drive up. Let's head over there. Go around all this stuff. Whoop, watch out for the fence. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this metal bits here, but here's what I'm thinking. Okay, this is a pretty wide trail. I don't know if I'll keep it this wide or not, but I'm thinking somewhere from here we'll drive down. And then we'll Hey, there we go. Hey, there we go. Internet shut off on me. I was tied to the Wi-Fi on the house, but I didn't realize that I was going so far away. All right, so let's get back over there. I'm on cell phone internet now. All right, so I'm thinking, because this tree is branched out like here, so I'm thinking we could build some kind of wooden structure to go up that way and through the tree. We'll see. Well, that'll be in a different video, or it may not even be on video. I'll figure that out later. But yeah, that's kind of what we got going on today. Alright guys, I'm going to try and get some more work done. I won't bore you too much with the amount of work I got going on here, but probably where we'll call it. Ugh, let me get out from under here. I gotta trim that tree some more before I start building in there. All right, guys, thanks everybody for watching me put some work in on the course. I'll update you guys some more later with it. We might get some stuff in there today. Might just be more cleaning. We'll see. But appreciate you guys watching. See you on the next one. Bye.